What's up guys? So this video is going to be about me making music for Dan Mace. So for about 2 months now, I've been working with a YouTuber called Dan Mace. He's a well-established filmmaker in the industry. He spent about a year in New York working with Casey Neistat, and then returned here to grow his own following and to grow his own channel. He now has over 700,000 subscribers on YouTube.
We want pollen, boy.
I'm filming music.
Pollen flower. Step back. It's getting crowded up in here. Yes. Here's a true singularity experiment.
Where did it go?
Do you think it died?
No man, it's just resting, it's tired. Let's go. These guys are all coming in before you. I need to make an Instagram video here. How's life going?
Nap is done.
He currently employs me as his sound designer. This means that I do everything you hear, all the audio aspects. Whenever you hear ambience or sound effects or someone closing a door or someone putting a mug on a table or anything, that's me. I'm adding those sounds in afterwards in post-production. I spend a lot of time EQing his voice for all his voiceover and dialogue throughout his films, trying to make them sound richer, fuller, with more tone. I spend a lot of time mixing the sessions that he does these videos in. He sends me files which have all the different multi-tracks of audio. I then get a nice mix going between the voiceover, the music, and the sound effects, so that they all sort of balance out quite nicely. I then also do an overall mix and a master on the entire thing to balance it out to one final WAV file. So yes, ultimately I cover all the audio aspects. However, recently Dan himself has asked me to write him a song. He wants me to make some music for him. I'm a music producer. I have these facilities. I can make whatever I want, whenever I want. So yeah, he's given me a reference. It's sort of the typical sort of 70s hard rock sort of music. He's asked me to make him something like that he can use in his upcoming season. I want to write him something that he's really going to like. I want it to be something different as well. I don't want it to sort of be typical and standard like everything else. And yeah, I want to add my own little sort of flavor to it. But anyway, I'm now going to get into the process of recording all the instruments. I'm going to record drums, guitar, bass, and that's about it, I suppose. Since it's a rock song, it's going to be quite guitar heavy and need some distortion and that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's get into the recording process, and thanks for watching. So due to the nature of the song being a rock song, or hard rock even, I think I need to start figuring out some ideas on guitar first. So I've got a couple of ideas. I'm not quite sure what to use. It needs to be something obviously that's got some rock feel to it, you know? So yeah. I need some metal sounds, so let's get some crunch guitar. That could work.
Now that I'd found a chord progression to use, I started coming up with other ideas to make it more musical, but still using the same idea.
Nope, that was horrible. Let's try that again.
At this stage, I just wanted to record as many variations and different ideas as possible. This will just help me a lot later when mixing.
Okay, I think I'm going to call it there on the guitar. I've recorded in a whole lot of different ideas and some samples of each sort of section and whatnot. I think that should be okay. So let's move on to some bass guitar.
I then got out my bass guitar and started recording a whole lot of bass. I wanted to record it similarly to the way I recorded guitar, so that I'd have a whole lot of different samples and ideas that I could later put together to make it sound a lot more musical.
Okay, I think I'm done with the bass. I've recorded as much as I can. I might have to come back to a touch-up, but for now I think that's fine. So we've now done guitar and bass, which means we've got to move on to some drums. So recording drums is a little bit more complicated because there's a lot of channels involved and a lot of mixing involved, and it's very loud, and nonetheless, let's get started with that.
I recorded the drums the same as I did the guitar and bass. This is just so that I'd have as much variation as possible when later combining them all and arranging it into an actual song.
Alright, so I've recorded bass, guitar, and drums. I think I kind of want to keep it as simple as that. Bear in mind that if Dan does like the song, he's going to be using it as music in his videos, which means it's going to have to sort of sit like behind the vocals, so you don't want it to sort of overpower it. I don't want to add vocals because you don't want vocals in this kind of music. So I think that keeping it a little bit simplistic is only going to benefit his videos even more. I now have a lot of work to mix and match and arrange this into an actual song, and yeah, so I'm now going to spend a bit of time mixing all of this and editing, and then in my next video I will be showing the song to Dan Mace, and I will do a reaction video where you can see what he thinks of it, and in that video I will then have the full song so that you can actually listen to it. But for now I'm going to start editing, and yeah, but I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks so much. Cheers.